So whenever you start a topic, okay, first go through journal about the uh, compound which you have to read. Okay, as you have to read ammonia today. Okay, ammonia, as you know, that it is a basic gas. Okay, this is the only one gas which is of basic nature. Okay, this is the condition, or you can say it is important to know. Okay, this is the only basic gas. Okay, and it has the pungent choking like smell. Okay, if you smell them, it is very bad smell like the decaying matter. Okay, so that type of smell of ammonia. Okay, and it is colorless gas. Okay, if you see its normal specifics and normal properties. Okay, bitter in taste. Okay, bitter in taste, that's why it is basic in nature. Okay, it is a alkaline, that's why it is called the alkaline gas, because it is bitter in taste. Okay, and if you see, okay, if you see the structure of NH3 carefully, okay, like this is the structure of NH3. Okay, I hope you are able to now making these structures. Okay, and has you know that two lone pairs and five is valency. So from this dot structure, it is shown its valencies and it combines with the hydrogen. Okay, in cross one shows here. Okay, so from three hydrogen, it is forms like this bond, and two lone pairs are remain here. So why we call them a gas? Because lone pairs are present in it. Okay, for a compound, whenever we tell a compound a basic or acidic, it's not upon us. Okay, really, it depends on its nature and some theories given by the different type of you can say scientists. Okay, different scientists about different types of scientists. So this is according to Lewis theory. Okay, when you go through the next classes, you will read about them. Okay, so according to his theory, if a lone pair is present, okay, in any compound, okay, it is shows the basic nature. Okay, according to this theory. Okay, that's why we call it as a ammonia is a gas. Okay, so if you see now, we understand that why it is a uh, its basic nature, about its basic nature, and mainly according to Arrhenius theory, because it not fitted. Okay, if we say about only ammonia, now we move to the lab preparation of it. Okay, so you have to read from your book and then goes to this video. Okay, or you can see the video first and then see from your book. Okay, it both are convenient. So if you see lab preparation, so whenever we have to make, okay, ammonia, we take ammonium salt, okay, plus any alkali metal. Okay, so it make the ammonia in the gas form, and water and salt. Okay, this is the general equation for any you can say ammonium salt. Whenever react with any alkali, okay, it forms ammonia, and salt and water also formed. Okay, so you have to understand this and remember this. This is the first method to form ammonia in the lab. Okay, but one equation you can see that here written NH4Cl plus NaOH, it make NH3H2O plus NaCl. Okay, this is a reaction, okay, by which ammonia is formed here. Okay, by ammonium chloride. Okay, and it react with sodium hydroxide and it forms ammonia. You can write G here. Okay, it is in gas form. So H2O and HCl. If you see written here that it is not used in lab. Okay, why it is not used in lab? Sometimes questions also asked in your examination. So the answer is because NaOH, if you see here, okay, in highlighted one written, NaOH, KOH are deliquescent in nature. Okay, it means it can readily react with water. Okay, and get evaporated. Okay, that's why we are not using NaOH. What we use here? We use only calcium hydroxide. Okay, it is known as slaked lime. Okay, and NH4Cl is sublime in nature. Okay, that's why we have to take the two amount of 3, 2 ratio 3. Okay, sometimes this also asked in the examination. कभी कभी प्रश्न पूछ लिया जाता है कि इसका रेशियो हम हमेशा ज़्यादा क्यों रखते हैं. Okay, NH4Cl से select lime का. Okay, because NH4Cl क्या होगा कि ये क्या होता है, सबलाइम होता है नीचे में। ओके, दैट्स वाई वी हैव टू बार बार उसे फिर से, क्योंकि वो सबलाइम हो जाएगा तो फिर से हमें उसकी मात्रा ज़्यादा बढ़ानी पड़ती है। ओके, so when you write this equation 2NH4Cl, okay, mainly first you have to write only the equation, then you have to balance it. Okay, this is the thing. NH4Cl CaOH whole twice, okay, it forms the NH3 H2O and CaCl2. okay, just see this general equation, ammonia water and salt. okay, ammonia बन गई, water है, salt है यहाँ पे, ठीक है। तो इस तरह से आपको समझना है और उसके बाद इस इक्वेशन को बैलेंस कर लो। ओके, this is the balanced equation already. okay, this is the method whenever you have to make a balanced equation. okay, first just write the equation, then after it go to balance it. okay, so this is the first method, okay, of preparation of ammonia in the lab. So this is the image of lab preparation of ammonia. okay, this is NH4Cl plus CaOH whole twice in this. okay, tilted, it was tilted, you can see that. okay, हल्का सा मुड़ा हुआ है ना, ये tilted है। tilted flask we have used in which NH4Cl and CaOH whole twice are react. okay, and ammonia gas is formed here. okay, after that we use CaO, okay, as a drying agent here. okay, we use CaO as a drying agent in this method, and ammonia goes to upside. okay, because ammonia gas with vapor is coming here, they are not written. okay, vapor also coming here. okay, so CaO drying agent is used here, and ammonia gas goes to the upside. okay, so this is the lab preparation of ammonia. Now the questions which are asked in exam related to the apparatus. okay, the reaction which we saw, that question related to the apparatus, reactants, etc. okay, so first question is why glass is tilted. okay, why glass is tilted. okay, hmm? Yes. okay, we are using the tilted one. okay, not like that uh, flask. okay, because as you know, in this NH4Cl plus COOH whole twice mixture is here. okay, and NH3 is formed here. okay, with that vapor also. okay, we have to give some heat also here. okay, so what will actually happen if the glass is like that was straight. okay, vapor is formed here, and it goes to the upside of the walls of this glass. okay, so it can be cracked. okay, so from making them from the breakdown. okay, we have to save them from breakdown, we use tilted glass. okay, and second question is why CO is used as drying agent. Why we are using CaO as a drying agent in this method, not using concentrated H2SO4, P2O5, etc. okay, so answer is, okay, as you know that CaO is a base. okay, and the gas which are forming NH3 also a base, so they are not reacting with each other. That's why we are using CaO. as you know that if we use, okay, concentrated H2SO4 or P2O5, okay, these as you know that these are the acid. okay, if we use any acid structure, okay, it reacts with that NH3, and they form the salt ultimately. okay, so the production of ammonia can be reduced, or no formation will be occur. okay, that's why we are using CaO. okay, because it is basic in nature. So you have to write it as, okay, because this is the previous questions also, so you have to remember it. So can we use NH4NO3 ammonium nitrate for this reaction? okay, as you have to use ammonium salt plus alkali to form ammonia. okay, so can we use this NH4NO3 also? We are not using. okay, we are not using this. Any other ammonium salt we can use, but not use ammonium nitrate, because it is so explosive. okay, you have to write in your answer, it is explosive and it can decompose on heating to its constituents. okay, if you see its reaction when we provide heat to ammonium nitrate, okay, it eventually break down into nitrous oxide and water. okay, that's why we are not using, okay, because the question also asked in the previous years that can we use NH4NO3 to make ammonia. Okay, you have to say no, because it is explosive in nature and it can decompose on heating. Okay, so this is the first reaction, okay, of lab preparation of the ammonia. Okay, so these are the questions which will be prepared for you, okay, according to this lab method. Okay, these questions will be asked in exams. Next one method is from metal nitride. We can make this ammonia from any metal nitride also. Okay, metal nitride. So metal nitride react with hot water. General equation is hot water. It forms NH3 and it forms a metal hydroxide. Okay, so it can be any metal nitride like Mg3N2. Okay, and magnesium nitrate, and when it reacts with water. Okay, this is a general equation, but you have to remember only hot water is here. So NH3 and magnesium hydroxide will be formed. Okay, then you have to balance the equation. Okay, then aluminum nitride. Okay, nitride, when I am saying, okay, in ninth class also you have to read only Al has 3 its valency. Okay, trivalency, so N is 3 minus here, that's why we saying that nitride here. Okay, I hope you remember this, and 3 minus is nitride. So in both there are plus 3 plus 3, they will be cancelled, then we will write only Al and here. Okay, aluminum nitride. Okay, so when aluminum nitride reacts with water, hot water, it forms ammonia and aluminum hydroxide. Okay, so we are in both can be question asked, okay, which is more frequently used. Okay, so we are not using this magnesium nitride because it is a so costly process. Okay, so we, in generally labs, this process is used to make ammonia. Okay, so this is the second method. And one more sometime question also asked, it is somehow same with the HCl, okay, which we read in the previous classes about the hydrochloric acid gas. Okay, so if I have to prepare aqueous ammonia, okay, aqueous ammonia means normally H2O plus NH3. Okay, ammonia in the aqueous solution. Okay, so one more reason to show this, because NH3 is highly soluble in water. Okay, sometimes question also asks that you have to prove it, that how you can prove that NH3 is highly soluble in water. Okay, we will discuss after that few that, but we have to see that if we make this aqueous ammonia, okay, what will happen, that when the NH3 is formed, okay, by this reaction NH3 is formed, but when it comes inside this water, okay, as you know that it is highly soluble, so it is soluble in water. Okay, so whole oxygen, whole nitrogen, this ammonia will be just dissolve in this water. Okay, so a vacuum is created in this pipe. Okay, so vacuum is written here, vacuum is created in this pipe, and atmospheric pressure, due to atmospheric pressure. Okay, as you know that atmosphere also exert and pressure here, so due to atmospheric pressure, back suction, okay, the name of this process is called back suction is occur, in which this ammonia in the form dissolved ammonia goes again back to the this you can say pipe. Okay, in this vacuum the water is goes again back, so we have to prevent this. Okay, what will happen if this again happen, so the rate of dissolving of ammonia is very fast and rate of production is slowing. Okay, so we have to not to wait that much. Okay, if production is slower, okay, how can we make further ammonia? Okay, it is so costly also. Then what we have to do, we have to prevent its back suction. Okay, so that's why we are using inverted funnel arrangement, sorry, inverted funnel arrangement. Okay, so for the prevention of this back suction of ammonia, we use this type of structure. Okay, you can see in the both methods. Okay, this is the normal one, but now we use this funnel type structure. Okay, inverted funnel. So what is the benefit of that? Okay, suppose ammonia come here, and first thing, its surface area is increasing here. Okay, so whenever if surface area is increasing, atmosphere pressure will be exert here, but this water cannot be goes back to the upward. Why? Because when atmosphere exert, this uh, funnel, okay, this funnel will be just uh, leave the water, okay, here, and it just come to the upper part of it. Okay, so you have to understand it. So funnel gives larger surface area, so rate of dissolving decreases. Okay, what will happen? The funnel gives the larger surface area, so rate of dissolving is decreases and production will be increasing. Okay, funnel moves upwards. Okay, water does not goes back. So this is the benefit of using inverted funnel here. Okay, so now you have to give the answer of this question. Okay, when one property is that it is highly soluble, okay, in exam also asked, you have to demonstrate it. Okay, the name of the demonstration is known as fountain experiment. Okay, it is known as fountain experiment to show that ammonia is highly soluble in water. Okay, so you have to do an experiment. I shared with you that HCl1, okay, video also, in which I describe in detail. So I'm just telling you brief now that you have to squeeze the dropper. Okay, one dropper like structure is formed here, and water will rush into the vessel. Okay, NH3 will dissolve in this water and from this dropper. Okay, red litmus turns blue, and in the vacuum a fountain formed. Okay, so this type of structure mainly it was in the examination. When you see, okay, it one dropper is here. Okay, when you squeeze it, okay, here is ammonia present, it goes upside. Okay, and here a fountain like structure will be shown. So this fountain like structure proves, okay, which is blue in color, as you know that base turns red litmus to blue. So it proves that ammonia is highly soluble in water. Okay, so this is the experiment which we have to understand how ammonia is soluble in water. Okay, because it is that much soluble in one molecule. If there is one molecule of H2O, okay, 700 molecule of ammonia can be dissolved. So that much dissolution rate is found of ammonia, so that much highly soluble. First thing is its basic nature. Okay, according to your ICSE book, okay, and dry NH3 is not basic. Okay, if we talk about the dry NH3, it is not basic, but aqueous solution of ammonia is basic. Okay, so aqueous solution of ammonia, it means NH3 plus H2O. Okay, it forms the ammonium hydroxide. When we dissolve this NH4OH, okay, it breaks down into its ions NH4 plus and OH minus. So this OH minus gives the basic nature to this ammonia. Okay, so it is proved that basic ammonia, that aqueous solution of ammonia is basic. Okay, then reactions due to basic nature in your exams can be asked. Okay, what are the reactions take place to its basic nature? So whenever first we see its reaction with an acid. Okay, so in this you can say acid plus base, salt and water will be formed. Okay, but in the case of ammonia, okay, but in the case of ammonia, when we react with suppose HCl NH3, it forms the salt ammonium chloride, but no water is formed here. Okay, can you tell me the reason? The reason is because ammonia is in gas nature. Okay, when these two both gases are in nature. Okay, so that's why water is not formed here. Okay, dense white fume. Sometimes question also coming that you have to remember that whenever NH3 is NH3 gas is reacted with HCl gas. Okay, it forms the ammonium chloride, which forms a dense white fume. Okay, so one another reaction is here. Okay, another reaction is here with HCl, aqueous ammonia. Okay, now these can give the salt and water. Okay, now we have to understand that when ammonia is in aqueous solution, when in gas form, it is not form the water, but when it is in aqueous form, okay, when it is in its aqueous form, it forms the water also. So now reaction is NH4OH plus HCl, it forms the NH4Cl plus H2O, then salt and water is formed. Okay, this is the normal reaction one. Okay, same for when H2SO4, okay, sulfuric acid react with NH3 in its gaseous form, it forms only, okay, ammonium sulfate, not water. But when ammonium hydroxide react with H2SO4, ammonium hydroxide means ammonia in aqueous form, okay, aqueous ammonia. So it forms the both ammonium sulfate and water. Okay, now I hope you understand this reaction due to this basic nature. Okay, this type of reaction show by this ammonia. Third reaction is NH3 is good reducing agent also. Okay, how it is a good reducing agent, you can see the equation. Okay, first equation is CuO, okay, NH3 when reactive with the copper oxide, it forms copper plus H2O plus nitrogen gas will be formed here. Okay, बच्चे पूछते हैं कि सर ये वाला इक्वेशन आया था नाइट्रोजन गैस बनाने का, कोई इक्वेशन नहीं है अमोनिया से, तो अमोनिया से नाइट्रोजन गैस बनाने का इक्वेशन है। ठीक है, एक क्वेश्चन आया हुआ एग्जाम में, तो तुम्हें अच्छे से देख लेना। ओके, nitrogen, how can we form nitrogen with the help of ammonia? Okay, it is mainly for the process making of this nitrogen gas. Okay, whenever copper oxide react with NH3, okay, it forms a red ppt of copper and nitrogen gas is evolved in this process. Okay, so the catalyst. So in this you can say that you can see, okay, its reaction with the catalyst, okay, in the presence of oxygen, then NH3 plus 5O2, it forms the nitrogen oxide. Okay, then nitrogen oxide is further reactive with this oxygen and form the nitrogen dioxide. Okay, so reddish brown gas will be evolved in this reaction in presence of a catalyst. Okay, this is for the main for the question, that reddish brown gas will be formed when NH3 is react with oxygen in presence of platinum. Okay, reddish brown gas NO2 is evolved. Then uh, one question can be asked in exam, that platinum continues to glow red even after heating is stopped in this reaction. Okay,